Why am I having you sit and listen to records on a record player when you have access to YouTube or Spotify or many other ways to listen to music? Here are several reasons. One, it's fun to play with records. It's just fun to look at the record, hold it, smell it. There's a certain amount of tactile pleasure it gives you. Also, there's lots to be learned from the back. One of the thing that digital has done that I like the least, or I dislike the most, is that cover art and liner notes are gone. You can learn so much by reading through these liner notes. You can learn about what players influenced what, who wrote what tunes. Here's the personnel who's playing on each track. With jazz, it's really important to know who the players are. It's important to know who the producer is. There's so much to be learned just from the back of this. Also, these albums were originally intended to be heard like this. This is how this was originally released. So this is how it's intended to be heard. Plus, I think listening to vinyl is a nice experience. The physical experience of like putting the record on, putting the needle on, and listening to it sounds a little different. I'm isolating you. You have to have headphones on. It's just a different listening experience than regular. So hopefully you enjoy this as much as I do, and goodbye. Okay, so this is how to take the record out of the sleeve. The plastic is just to protect it. That's not a big deal. Here's what's important to me. So once we get to this point, I'm going to switch sides. Your fingers have lots of oils, and there's the physical grooves in the record. We don't want your finger oils all over the record. So usually every record has the paper sleeve, and you'll notice the sleeve is open to the top, not to the side. So in case it does fall out, the record won't just fall out. If it's like this and it does fall out, the record will just fall and hit the ground. We don't want to do that. So pull it out. And then at this point, use the side of your thumb and the side of the record like that. And then my fingers are on the bottom. So I have fingers here, and I have fingers here on the edge. So that way I'm not gumming up the works. All right, once we have that, go ahead and just set this down for a second. The way this record player works, as soon as you move the needle, the record player will turn on, and you'll see that this turns orange, and we know the record player's on. So when you take it off, use your fingers on the side. All right, and all you got to do is put the record on, make sure the hole goes where the spindle is, and then lift from this little lever here. Try not to do it over here. There's a little lever. Grab that little lever, put it right here, and then the record will start to play. This mixer has a power button down here. You move it back here so we can. There's the power button. So now the power light's on. All right, go ahead and back up a little bit. And then when you're listening this way, this controls the volume. It says Q volume. These don't really do anything at this point. But the Q volume is your volume. And there you go, the record's playing. When you're all done, you want to lift it up from here. Just lift it up, move it to the side. Oops. And then when you put the record away, again, please be careful. Pick it up by its side, and from here I have my thumb on the side and my fingers on the bottom. Goes inside the sleeve. And then this sleeve with it facing up goes inside the cover. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work to get it in there. And then, where did I put my plastic sleeve? And the plastic sleeve goes inside. Hey! All right, goes inside the plastic sleeve. We're all done. Shut off the mixer. And then the case, the long end, so there's like a long end, goes right here like this. Yabba dabba doo, and we're done.